Hello students, welcome to Smile with English, and today I'm here to teach you the poem Dust of Snow, class 10, from your first flight book. It's a poem, but before I start the video, you should share my channel, like my channel, also subscribe my channel. So now let's start the poem. So first of all, we see the poem here. The poem is very short, and as you can see, there are only 2 stanzas in the poem. Each four lines are there. So the first stanza, you can see only 4 lines, and the poet of the poem is Robert Frost. He's a very renowned poet as well as a playwright, and he has written this poem. The first stanza is like that: the way a crow shook down on me the dust of snow from a hemlock tree. So here we see that dust of snow. What does dust means? Dust doesn't mean the dirty particles, but here dust means when something falls down. That is dust. Like the snow, when it falls down, it is as a dust, it is falling down. So here dust means that. So in this stanza, the poet narrates his contact with nature in the form of snowflakes falling on him. So under the tree, the poet is standing, and what happens is, it is a hemlock tree. So hemlock tree is a poisonous tree, and which has small white flowers in it, and you can it is just like the Christmas tree, but the thing is that the hemlock tree is very poisonous. So this is the difference. And here the poet is standing just below the tree, and when he's standing there, from the morning he was not at all in a good mood. He was in a very sorrowful mood. So he was so very sorrowful that something happened in his life, so he was not feeling well. He was just surrounded with sorrowness, and he was in a bad mood. But when the dust of snow fell on him because of the crow which was sitting on the tree, and that crow suddenly flies off from the tree. So when the crow is flying away from the tree, what happens? The dust of snow, it falls on the man. So at that moment, the man feels very happy. So now in this poem, if you see the significance, that while presenting the sight of nature, the poet has chosen a poisonous tree like hemlock instead of traditionally choosing trees like oaks, maples and pines. Similarly, he has also chosen crow instead of nightingale or a cuckoo. The season present is also not spring or summer, but a snowy winter season. So here you see the crow, the snow and the hemlock tree represent the world of nature. And all these 3 symbols are associated with harsh aspects of nature and symbolize death. So hemlock tree is a poisonous tree, so that also symbolizes death. The crow also is also regarded as a bad omen. So it is also regarded as a bad omen, and so it is also not a very good sign. And also the season which is presented here is also not a very good season. This is also the season of winter, which also represents death or coldness. So this is what is shown in this stanza. So we see only barrenness and lack of life by symbolizing when we see these 3 symbols, that is the snow, the crow as well as the hemlock tree. So the poet uses the symbols to emphasize his sad and depressed mood. Okay, now in the first stanza, if we see the lines crow, snow and me, tree, this the literary device used here is alliteration, that is ABAB. And so now next let's see the next stanza. Okay, students, another literary device which is used here is enjambment. Enjambment means when there is no punctuation mark used. You can see the first stanza, no punctuation mark is used at all, so the lines are continuous, it is continuing again and again, so that's why it's enjambment which is used here. Okay, now coming to the second stanza, let's read It has given my heart a change of mood and saved some part of a day I had rued. So, in this stanza, the poet reveals the contact with the nature is now highly affecting him and his heart also. Now, before he was in a sad and sorrowful mood, in a sorrowful mind, he was just very much depressed. But now, as he came in contact of the nature, and when the particles of snow fell on the poet, what happens? As he was passing near the hemlock tree, his mood was just transformed. So he had been in a gloomy and foul mood throughout the day, but now he felt bad that sorrow had spoiled a major part of the day. But as he came in the lap of nature, he could spend the rest of his day with happy spirits. So even snow can bring, now he could understand that snow can also bring a complete change in the mood of a person. So the poet has employed unusual imagery and symbols like the crow, which is usually considered to be harsh bird, and the snow, which represents the difficulties of life also. So similarly, the hemlock tree is a venomous tree, it is a poisonous tree, but the poet transformed all these three things, and he just tells us that even if they are negative things, people think that these things are negative. Snow is negative, crow is also a negative thing, this hemlock tree is also a negative thing. So but still, sometimes when we are in the lap of nature, these things only, these symbols also give us pleasure. These objects of nature has the power of changing the spirits of a person. So uh, this is the change that comes to a person when a person comes from a depressed mood, when he is in a depressed mood, and after when he comes in the lap of nature, he again comes in contact with the nature. His mood is totally changed and he is again happy. So this is the poem. Now let's see the literary device which is used here. Same thing only. You can see alliteration is used in the second stanza also, heart, part, then mood, rude. Okay, and also we can say enjambment is also used because totally the lines are without any punctuation mark. So that's why again enjambment is following here in this stanza also. So this is the poem. I hope you have understood the poem, children. So if you want to see more videos, do subscribe my channel. Thank you.